push and help each other.
Oh, and around goes the 22. A hard hit by Joey Logano.
We're in it, guys.
The 41. Logano was running in the second position up there on that outside line.
Left rear tire blew out on the 22 car.
Pushing the 38 around.
Oh, no.
One guy in the back of the 24.
Yeah.
It wasn't a flat tire at all. It was the 24 spinning, catching the left rear of the 22. You guys talked about it yesterday, the point of these Chevrolet noses. It looks like a pretty straight push from the 1, square into the back of the 24, but look, instantly, it comes from like 3 cars back.
Yeah, they all bounced off each other. Nothing Kurt could do about that. He was getting pushed from behind. Byron had no idea that was coming. Boom, boom. 3 or 4 of them all together.
Right in the lookout.
Wow.
22 almost went over.
Yeah, that's a moment that all the safety of the roof flaps and the hood flaps definitely saved that 22 car from going over. Years ago, I'm confident to say that car may have went airborne for sure.
Sure, yeah.
But it was big when it happened. Yes, sir. See Michael Waltrip just barely catching the left rear quarter panel of Kevin Harvick. Get him involved. Stewart's car upside down on top of Casey Kane's number 5.
Super Speedway right now. Let's go down and see if we can catch up with some of the top 5 measures. And down here, Greg Biffle, Kyle Busch, both of them kind of describing amongst the laugh and probably a big sigh as well. How will they got
incredible.
Greg Biffle, 5th place right now. What did you see out there coming to the checkered flag?
They're coming to the checkered flag.
Yeah, and you know as a driver, Tony Stewart's leading this race. He's got no help. He tries to make a move that's going to get him some push and help. And you know as a driver, if you make that move, there's a chance that somebody's not going to lift on the last lap, and this is a situation that could happen. It's a product of this type of racing, and every driver knew that's the situation that you could find yourself in.
And just kept it going straight. That's all I did. And once I was clear of all the stuff, I kept going.
From Clint Boyer's seat.
Dig hard. Coming to the checker. Dig hard. Dig hard. Dig hard. 4 wide. You're on the bottom. Come. Get it right if you can get it. Get it right if you can get it. Into the checker. If you get it started, get it started. I see it.
Casey Kane. About to have an unexpected passenger.
And this is how it happened as far as the caution coming out. Look back in the middle there, the 22 of Joey Coulter.
A little bit of contact with the 31 of James Busher. Gets up into the catch fence, and man, does that catch fence do its job.
And of course, Ty Dillon slipped right through again. See Ty there in the truck with the bright neon orange, just slips right through. I'm just glad Coulter's okay. That was wild looking. See the way it ripped that back of that truck apart?
Well, it sure did. And the front.
James Busher in the 31 got into the back of that 22.
Watch this.
Well, look at that ride, will you? Is that Hornaday going underneath Joey Coulter?
Hornaday underneath the 22 of Joey Coulter.
Watch this from Ron Hornaday's onboard.
Okay, we got one ahead. I don't know.
Right underneath him. Right underneath him.
Underneath. How about Todd Bodine's view?
Did Ron Hornaday get in the back of James Busher and turn him sideways into the 22
Yeah,
of Joey Coulter?
Definitely somebody turned. Watch the 31 get turned.
29's their view now. White flag, middle and 3. Crouching ahead of you. Stay down. Get down. Come on. Joey's upside down.
I don't know.
Dean. Oh, no, ahead of them. The 95 gets in the wall.
Christopher Bell and Ryan Newman. Looked like Ryan Newman got into. Oh, Christopher Bell trying to get up in front of him. Then they make contact.
Oh.
Poor Ryan Priest. We talked about he's had a string of last place finishes, and wow, such a Junior and I in this booth, when he was heading to that wall, we were both cringing. It's not what you want to see, but it's good to see him get out of that car. Look at this angle of impact.
So violent. 3,400 pounds of race car just thrown up into the air after it bounced off that inside wall.
You see the soft wall moves as it should, the steel barrier, foam, and then concrete behind it.
Look how fast he's headed in the inside wall there. No way slowing the car down. Helpless feeling.
This shot right here. See, Newman's up the racetrack.
6 has got to run. 95 comes up the racetrack right as the time that Newman's there.
Ryan Newman in
trouble. Ryan Newman, hard into the wall. Michael McDowell, hard into the wall.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Terrible crash.
Hey, look right over here. You see, like not Ryan Newman overran that corner just a little bit. You see quite a few cars over there. Come back on the track. Contact between Biffle and Newman.
Yes, Biffle came back on the track. Newman was right there. Right into him and hard into that guardrail, and the tires sends him back out in the middle of the track here into McDowell.
See the rear end housing loose from the car, and then it goes over the fence. That last impact from McDowell was the one that probably knocked the wind out of him.
It was Biffle coming back on the track that made Newman try to avoid running into him.
I'm fine. It was just
tight off this corner. Wow, the two, same thing as what we had just a minute ago.
Almost a carbon copy, exactly. Andy looked like he might have got sideways. He forced the 14 of Rick Crawford up into the wall. Rick climbed over the right rear corner of Andy's truck, and there you see Rick sliding door side down.
Wow, I mean, this is incredible. But, you know, in our sport of NASCAR racing, this has been the hottest debate. Green, white, checkered. Okay, here we go. 2 car on the inside, 2 truck on the inside of the 14.
They're both getting into the gas.
Loose again.
No room.
Yep, saw him wiggle a little bit. He had to drive up the hill to chase it. When he did, Rick Crawford was there. They ran out of room, and this is the result.
Well, first of all, you want to say Andy Houston run up into him, but he gets loose. He's chasing the truck. Okay, here's our truck, the 2.
That's right on the inside, right in front of the 17 of David Ruderman.
He's loose.
See him loose right there. He's got to chase it. He's got to chase it. He's trying hard to get off the corner. They run out of racetrack. He forces the 14 of Rick Crawford into the wall.
But let me say this. He's loose, right? But if it was lap 50 of a 160-lap race,
he would have backed off. He would have backed off, Kenny.
He would have backed off. Because he didn't back off because we're coming to the white flag.
He knows that's a position. If he gets by the 14 of Rick Crawford, he can
look at it. There we see Barry Bodine is going to spin. He's going up and hit the wall. Now Corelli's trying to go by, and bam, look at this. Man. Oh, man, it almost goes over. And also Sprague is involved, and
Frank
his
Davis.
dad missed him. Jeff Bodine, I believe, is going to be able to stop in time. Let's one more look.
But the trouble is in front of him.
Yes.
Corelli sees it. Whack. That's a hard hit. That's what he saw. And heard. Wow. Yeah.
On the final lap going to turn 3.
Well, Sadler got by Kenny Wallace going into the turn, then backed off. And I don't know, they just all started bumping each other.
I think Pearson down on the bottom got into the back of Sadler, and that drove him up into Wallace.
I think Hermie thought he was going to get in there too fast and slide up to the wall, and they'd get back past him, so he was trying to protect himself.
Exactly. He had the bottom groove. He was just trying to protect that. He went in a little easier. You can see Larry come up behind him, and let's see. That angle doesn't show if
yeah,
he
right
really
there.
hit him.
I think he hit him.
I think he hit him too.
Yep.
And I think you're right. Sadler lifted. He had that. He got a tight pinch on that apex going into the turn, and Larry Pearson. And that's exactly what Wallace was worried about. What he.
So he's racing on the inside of David Gillen. They make a little bit of contact. You see John West Townley was on the outside. He's going to run right into the side of him. Kind of lift that truck up a little bit. Got into the catch fence. For the second week in a row, we've had a vehicle in the catch fence. But again, the catch fence did its job. It kept that truck down on the racetrack, and you see it riding along the top of the safer barrier.
When they got to turn one, Phil, I think they were 3 wide, and Ben probably thought that's a difficult angle for the spotters to see as well. And I think that Ben probably thought, wow, look how close that truck comes to going over. Probably thought they were just too wide, and he had room to move up a little bit for the corner.
That's what it looked like.
That was incredible how that truck just grinding along that safer barrier.
That's a battery sliding up in the top lane of the racetrack. Let's take a look at it again.
You can see that it was Gillen,
John West Townley in the yellow
West,
truck.
and I think John Gillen was just below John West, and maybe Ben Kennedy felt like they were just too wide and had room to angle himself for the corner, battling for a spot well inside of the top 10. Look at all that debris.
But as you pointed out, Phil, that catch fence doing exactly what it's supposed to do as the axle's just grinding along that safer barrier on the wall.
Carl got loose right there.
So did Joey.
Joey's
got
out.
loose.
Yeah, Carl never touched him right there.
No.
He never did.
Wow.
He thinks he did, but he didn't.
Yeah. No, he never touched him.
So when they see the video, but look what happens behind. Eric Almirola does not escape this one this time in the 88.
Yeah, so many good
Mike
cars
Bliss
involved
Bliss,
there.
yeah.
Had a great run all day.
Boy, oh boy. Watch this one more time.
This is just two drivers just giving it everything they could, but you can see Joey was in the gas, slid up to where out of the groove, there's no grip there whatsoever.
And Boyer got the worst of it.
Yeah. Joey hit that wall hard, too.
See, now from here, it looks like he almost does touch him right there.
Yeah, and that's what Carl probably thought. You can't see from inside that car.
Yellow is out.
Here's Boyer's view. Hang on.
Come on.
Wow, that was wicked. Let's go on board with Stephen Wallace.
Stay low. Stay high.
By that point, he had no choice. He was all along for the ride. Here is the contact. Wow. That looks more like an open wheel car situation where, they just ride up on the wheel and get airborne.
In that situation, I'd almost worry more about Joey Logano because that right front wheel of that 33 was almost in his window.
Wicked crash.
33 is torn up there, all of that, and then he gets
the 24 of Gordon, who came in here with the biggest point lead after 11 races anybody's ever had.
Raines just gets loose off 4, and he gets into Jeff, and Jeff about has it saved till he gets out in the grass, and man, he takes a licking, and watch Allmendinger lift him right off the ground.
I mean, there was nowhere for A.J. Allmendinger at 84 to go.
No, that was...
Jeff Burton in the 31 got very little of that. A little bit of contact on the nose, but...
I think he got a lot of left side damage.
Okay. Let's watch from the Goodyear blimp.
Jeff Gordon he came so close to getting that thing saved.
3,400-pound cars just bouncing around like basketballs.